Going up like Jack and Jill, y'all falling off like And I don't kiss no ass, bitch, all I know is I could don't. Look, these niggas too monkey, I would.
Alright, here we are. And this is an exclusive.
This is exclusive.
To Frankfurt, I think it is. I
Yeah.
do. But here we are with Controlled Chaos. I'm Putt.
David.
John.
Tell me your name, man. You're a legend in these mud. Come on now.
Yeah, legend.
I think you are. I
Yeah.
think you brought especially I've known you before now, and that's why I reached out, was because to see your growth, you know what I'm saying, as a man, to be wanting to reach out and pull people in from where we were, hell, 10 plus years ago to now. You can't make this up, man.
No, the Lord done this, brother.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's always about the Lord.
Right.
Never about us.
Right.
Right.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. So, just because I know you on a little bit of personal level, let's say, if you don't mind me, I'm touching.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I would say you were what's the saying of, the first to do it, of the Peel Pipeline. You know, going to Florida, going down with that process.
I was one of the first.
One of the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Untouchables. Is what
You know,
they
I
say.
wasn't had nothing to do with
You
them.
didn't have nothing to do with them.
No, they were a year before after me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Right.
should have learned from my mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they didn't. They went to come on up. They thought they was untouchable.
Right. Facts.
Right.
So, but you
In the end, I sat in the floor and cried to the Lord to have him stop it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the police kicked the door in.
Got it. Right.
So do you think that was the answer?
Oh, yeah.
If
Definitely.
if it wasn't for that, do you think you would be here right now?
No, I'd probably either been in prison for killing somebody,
Right.
or I would have been selling heroin by this time.
Yeah.
Right.
I know I would have been, because the people that I was selling pills to, or when I came home, were on heroin. That's what made me. My son passed away.
Right.
That's what made me pick up the sword and start fighting, because I had the Lord while I was amongst the drug dealing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go to church every day.
Yeah.
Right.
I gave my life to the Lord 2010,
Right.
but I couldn't get out of the game because the money was too easy, and I had too many bills and a lifestyle,
Right.
and I guess a mask on
Facts.
Yeah.
that I had to live up to, a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I now live to the name the Lord gave me is John Shram. It's not the John Shram in the streets neither.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that about you.
Yeah,
And
that's
I follow
amazing.
your on the social medias and stuff, and that's why I reach out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I have to believe in something instead of always
Right.
myself. And
Right.
that's what, like you said with the mask, that's what I wore. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I thought everybody owed me something.
Right.
I don't understand that nobody owes me anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if you could take us back, so you obviously you just touched it, greed, money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was all about.
Well, I was in partners on a job with somebody,
Right.
and I'd stepped away from it, but because I'd given up drug dealing for a few years,
Right.
and I was in partners with a guy. We was doing business together, and then in the back end of it, the money didn't work out on it.
Right.
He got me for some money. I'm not gonna say no names because I'm not putting no
Right.
dirt on the street.
Right.
But that's in the past. I love him.
Right.
He's telling me everything I know.
Right.
And that money didn't mean nothing to me now because I love him.
Yeah.
But that happened. And one of my other boys, he showed me a way. He said, I got the easy one to get rid of them.
Right.
I said, yeah, I'll try to knock them off for you. But I didn't have them for 2 days, and I'm up to the speedway, and police see me. I didn't know my license was suspended.
Right.
So he gets me for I'm in the store, and I come out, and he's pulled behind me.
Right.
You driving on suspended, Mr. Shram? No, I'm not.
Right.
So I was, and so
Yeah.
they searched my truck, and now I have these pills.
Right.
And I didn't have them for 2 days, and so for me to beat that charge,
Right.
I had to go to Florida and get my own script.
Right.
Mm.
And that's how I got going back and forth to Florida, so
Right.
I could get out of that one charge. And then it just snowballed,
Yeah.
and then it got to where that we was going down there 2-3 days a week,
Right.
and it went on for a little while.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember it. I remember
It
even
got to where I was just doing every drug that available.
facts.
In my life, I was never sleeping. I was running. You know what I'm saying? Just straight back and forth, just running, just trying to collect that money.
Right.
And using the pills and stuff to stay up to go to get the money.
Right. I remember that withdrawal. I don't miss it. That's what
No.
I'm at, yeah.
Well, see, I didn't do it like it. I didn't do them for the pleasure, and I didn't do them to be. I was hooked on the money. The money
Right.
was the high for me,
Right.
and that's why I sat down on the floor and cried so much, because my life was getting so hectic.
Right.
The drugs was making it so hectic that, and I was just the lifestyle, the anxiety of, are the police going to kick my door in today, or who's going to stab me in the back, or who's doing this, and
Right.
and all the whole time it was the adversary in my ear, because I couldn't hear the Lord, because He was all in him. He was with me the whole time.
Right.
I'm sitting on this. They got me down Coral Springs, Florida, and I'm coming out. I done been out. My plug down there. He hooks me up, and he called me back about a half hour later. Said, I need 200 of them back, because brother, I done put them on the road. They're not here. And he said, well, if you can't get them for me, then you never get nothing else.
Right.
I said, well, let me call you back.
Right.
So I called him back. I said, I got him for you. That's about 45 minutes, an hour later. And then he never comes gets them. And so I go on out to leave that morning. And as I'm pulling out of the hotel parking lot, two cruisers passing the last one, he looked dead in my face.
You knew something.
Yeah, I just felt it in my, you know what I'm saying? I just knew.
Yeah.
But then I also knew that I could cut straight and go around and cut out and hit the highway right on 95. And I go through, but the whole time there's this black SUV that's, they own me.
Telling you.
They know that's a sting. They're ready to get me.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's, and I pulled out, ready to turn on 95. I took up around the neighbor, and here they are. They swarm me like that. And they got these pills sewed into my bubble coat because it was snowing in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And they gone through my suitcase, through the cars and stuff, and they got him over there sitting there trying to ask him, am I supplying everybody, and the money guy? And,
Right.
and none, they didn't. They stood solid. Every one of them did. Never.
Right.
And then she has them in her hands. The coat she pulls out of the suitcase. And I said, Lord, please don't let her find them pills.
Yeah.
And there's a little bottle and pill in the pocket, just my own personal medicine. Didn't
Right.
even have nothing to do with it. And she heard that pill bottle around, grabbed that pill bottle out and threw them 2,000 pills back down in the suitcase. So look what we got here.
Yeah.
See, down there it'd have been 25 to life. I'd have got caught with them pills that I had in my hand.
Right.
And then they let us go. I get back here to Kentucky, and I get rid of them 3 days later. The police kicked my door, and that was the night, at the third day after, you know what I'm saying, running
Yeah.
wild, all that. I had
Right.
sat on the floor and cried and asked the Lord, please help me get out of this life.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't do it no more.
Right.
I was staying gone away from my kids all the time. Had a brand new baby. His name's Grayson.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a better man for them.
Right. That's good. I can see it though. You know, that's the one thing I tell him. He's new into the sobriety side. I don't know if you know about his. On August 18th, he had basically overdosed. No, basically he overdosed on. There was a fat pill had fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
And died close to like 4 times. They couldn't even get him in the helicopter.
Yeah.
I went on my 2 years. I went up there in the hospital and spent it with him. So this is basically what this is about. It's like seeing it. And what I tell him though is, you can look at somebody's eyes and see, you know what I mean, real eyes. And I can see it, man. I can see not only you're a changed man, but you're out here really trying to help somebody, and that's what's beauty, and that's what I want.
Let's touch on that.
What is it?
The helping people.
Right.
What is it? What is it that you got?
Second Chance Ministries.
Yeah.
Second Chance Ministries.
It's right now I've got 2 boarding houses.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a community living.
Yeah.
They sign a house contract. It's not a lease or nothing. They come in and they sign a house contract, and they have these rules they have to provide by: no drug use,
Yeah.
Come on.
no alcohol.
Right.
They gotta have to go to classes. I don't police them. I let them police themselves, because anybody that wants true sobriety,
Come on.
then they're gonna hold their brother accountable. They're not gonna let their brother sit there and do a
Right.
peel in
Yeah.
front of them, because
Right.
myself, I'm not, and I know you 2 guys wouldn't.
Right.
And
Yeah.
anybody else that wants true sobriety,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I've been doing this now, Second Chances now, for going on 2 years. But I just now been able to get the transitional living's going. Thanks to Tim Phillips, he stepped up and he backs me up, and he believes in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He's a changed man. He's given his life over to the Lord.
That's right.
And we just want to help people.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And I tell him this all the time, man. There's this black cloud that's over Frankfurt at times, and it's like people are not scared to put a hand out. You know, for some reason, God made it fit for me to be one hand, right? So I can still reach out with this one hand and pull people in.
Yeah.
And that's the love, and that's what I hopefully from this podcast and from especially with you, I'm telling you, I to see where you're at today, you can't. I mean, I always say you can't make it up, man.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful scene, and it's a possibility. Makes it possible. You just gotta try.
But brother, I'm telling you, the Lord don't tell us that we're not going to be in storms. He said He's going to be with us in the storm.
Yeah.
And it rains on me just like it does everybody else.
That's right.
And everything is not always, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
sun shining
Facts.
and birds singing.
Come on.
Yeah.
But the Lord's always there, and His light always shines.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It just does.
Yeah.
So-
Amen. That's good. That's good
All I can
stuff.
tell people is to just keep on striving and keep moving forward, even though it looks hard,
Yeah.
and you think that you don't have any other, and you feel that you're weak.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the Lord is the strongest. Is when you're the weakest. It's when He is the strongest.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's because your flesh. When time your flesh gets weak, and it's ready to give up, because it will.
Yeah.
That's because we worry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We wither away. We're missed in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the devil is, he is always there.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I stand on.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't have. It's crazy. You say you hit your knees. When I got sober on 9/4/21, I was in Micro Inn Hotel up in Lexington. Nowhere to go, burn every bridge, and I hit my knees and said, "All right, whatever it is." I even got the video of it. I saved that video in every phone that I have after that day because I want to always go back and remember it. I was broken, and I remember hitting my knees and saying, "Whatever I know this ain't the way. Well, all right, take the wheel. Whatever you want me to do, I'm willing to do." And then now here I am, and that's why we want to start this is to try to put that hand out there and pull people in, show that this is possible, man. And man, thank you for even coming in and sitting down.
Yeah.
with
Short notice.
us.
We
Well,
appreciate
super
it.
short notice, but still, man. I didn't even know if you would do it, but
Usually I wouldn't, because usually I don't even talk. Good thing y'all didn't put a mic in my hand, because then I probably would have froze up.
Yeah.
you were good. But yeah, definitely.
I don't really like exposure,
Right.
Yeah.
but somehow my name was really, I guess, you know what I'm saying, it's outlived, it's.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
But see, that's that. Sometimes I wish I wasn't John Shram. Sometimes I wish I could just be John,
Right.
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
name that I built in the street.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Lord tells me just keep on striving, and He put me in the streets to help the street.
Right. So you,
So.
yeah, I believe
That's why I'm back at the streets. You know what
Come
I'm
on,
saying?
Yeah.
pulling them in.
In a positive way.
Yeah.
And where is
That's
this
awesome.
located? Your second chance.
239 Wright Street and 207 Home Street.
Okay. So you touching where your stamping ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stomping ground.
That's
sorry.
where you have to start. That's why I was served. You know what I'm saying? I went down there and done dirt, so
Yeah.
now I need to go down and clean the dirt up.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what everybody else should do, especially the ones like you. You know, you've been there, and both of you been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to be out here is
Right.
in the streets, cleaning them up, the
Right.
dirt that we put out there.
Right.
I like that.
That's why I live in Lexington, but that's why I wanted to do this based here because this is where I'm from.
Yeah.
This is where I've hurt people. This is where
Yeah.
I've stabbed people in the
Yeah.
back. This is where I've been a snake. Like me, you, David, we can change.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
possible. Yeah.
With man, it's impossible. With God, everything is possible. And that is, man, they're not going to forgive us, and we can't live down their name.
Right.
But they can deny us, but they
Right.
can't deny Jesus working through us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Without doubt, you can't miss His work.
Right. Right.
And we wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for Him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
I know. I
And
definitely.
they ought to be able to see that from our past and seeing us in the streets from who we used to be to now.
Yeah.
We're sitting here because of Him.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What is this basically when they get out of prison transitional or?
Well, it's anybody that needs a second chance in life. I'm not
Come on.
stereotyping. It ain't about just drug addiction because lives, everybody gets stuck at moments in their lives. Even I did. And we need a helping hand to get past that moment. Else we don't grow.
Right.
The Lord, we are His body, and so.
And that's what we said in our first episode. Was anybody dealing with anything? That's what we want to make this. It's not just about recovery.
Anything you're going through.
Right. Because everything can always lead back to, if adversary can get in your ear and get you stuck on that, it takes your now. So.
Right. So you do have a Facebook that they can reach out to you. Second Chance Ministries. You know, anybody that needs a hand, please reach out to him. John Shram. Do you have a Second Chance Ministries Facebook page?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, it's under John Shram. It's just my own personal page.
Okay. All right. And man, thank you.
Phone number is 502-682-1323.
There we go. Hey,
Address is 207 Home Street and 239 Rice Street.
There we go. Hey, I appreciate you coming and sitting down with us, man.
I appreciate it too, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for real.
Yeah, going up like Jack and Jill, y'all falling off like And I don't kiss no ass, bitch, all I know is